boy, time refresh. I put my new man on a leash. Traded him out, he was just a lease.
Okay, hey, it's today, and yes, it's been a minute. I'm back. I say that as if I left a lasting impression, you know. But yes, so this video is going to be a very important video in regards to why I left and why I'm coming back. I don't know, it may be deep, it may not be deep. It depends. I'm just gonna blabble on. I mean, I do have a script. Let me see. Do I want to follow it though? But now it seems pretty good. I think it's probably best if I just stick to this and what it says in here because there's a reason I wrote it down. So while we're doing this, I want it to be more of like a chit chat, kind of get ready with me thing, just for my own comfort level. For this, I don't know if it's because no, I do know. It's because it's personal that I just don't have so much focus on myself, but yet here I am in my room recording for people to view this. So we're already there. We've already crossed the line. And let me prime my face and then we can start from the beginning. I love this sweater, but it can choke sometimes. I don't know if it'll be appropriate or not, but I guess I'll list the products that I'm using down below. I mean, may as well. Why not? Why not? So yeah, first thing here on my list is why I started my YouTube channel. Well, in regards to my YouTube channel, I started it because, well, I love YouTube. I spent a lot of time on it anyways. Like since I was 12, 13, of course, like the content that I watched changed over time. Like initially, I used to just go onto YouTube for like lyrics to songs and stuff like that. And then of course, you know, watching the sketches of like the OG YouTubers and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just have always been drawn to it. It's always been a great outlet for me just to, I don't know, watch videos from people around the world. Or, I mean, I say that as if I've watched all of them, but you know, at times you come across ones that you usually wouldn't watch. But yeah, just watching people like live their lives, or, you know, do makeups, you know, share things about themselves, social commentary, anything like that. I just find it really interesting, and I always wanted to do it. So my first attempt was when I was like 15, yeah, 15. And I remember I had asked my parents for a camera for my birthday, and I initially wanted to use that to start recording the videos. I think I did once. I was doing like some how to grease your hair tutorial, you know, as if a sister wouldn't know. But you know, by that time I didn't know how to edit, so I recorded it just so that way, I guess, you know, in my own way, I was like playing pretend like I'm already a YouTuber, you know what I mean? And I don't know, but basically I tried the first time to make a YouTube video when I was 15. And then I didn't really try for a while until like, you know, 2 or so years ago, when I actually need to check how long ago it was, but when I actually uploaded to my YouTube channel with my welcome to my channel video. And personally, for myself, what I wanted to do was more like in regards to fashion. You know, fashion, personal style, makeup, vlogs type of thing. Cause I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. I'm sorry if I'm blocking my face, but okay. I'm gonna do these eyebrows because I can't talk and do eyebrows at the same time. I don't know how professionals do this, where they're like full on having a gab session with you, like good old chin wag, and yet I can't. Okay, so just give me a minute. By no means am I a professional makeup artist. I just feel like playing around with my makeup right now. So let's not judge. We're just trying out a look today. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. It looks a lot darker on camera than it does in real life. However, I like how it's the reverse in regards to my acne right now, because like I got acne here, 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 and here. And on camera, it does not look that bad. It's lighting it up. If in person, though, we've been going through some things. Yeah. Okay, we're back. That took a little longer than expected. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done my brows, so just took a little extra time. We went a little crazy with the concealer, but we're gonna fix it, hopefully. That's why I wanted to start my YouTube channel, and when I did, I mean, this was also after just finishing uni, and what was it? I thought, why not just put some of those skills to use, some of my editing skills to use, market myself a certain way, your girl gonna get it. And yeah, so I went for it. So that was my first video, as I mentioned earlier. And then life happened, okay? Like, I mean, before we get to that part, I mean, it was going pretty slow. I made my introduction video, I made my story time, I did that hair video, which, by the way, my braids were so old. I look back at it now, and I'm just there like, who was I trying to show up and show out for? Because clearly not for myself, since I thought that was okay. And then I even had recorded another video where my family and I went to the beach. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. See, I want to incorporate this purple. I want to use that purple there. And maybe the pink, I'm not too sure. But, you know, I want to get more pinks than purples than my makeup look, you know. And then the worst thing of the worst happened. I had recorded that beach video as well as like a cooking video. The cooking video came beforehand, but the beach video, I don't know what happened that day, but my phone locked. It locked itself. And for the life of me, I just couldn't remember my password. I thought I put it in correctly because I could just do it without even thinking about it. But I guess out of panic, I just kept trying, and I had to reset my phone. Lost everything. But then let's get into the nitty-gritty of why I just failed to come back. So just in general, why I stopped making videos, a lot happened within like the following year. I think it was around the same year, where I ended up moving because I was in Canada at the time, and I moved to the UK. So of course there's that. You want to get settled. You want to, you know, just make sure that you're all good in that before you start just jumping ahead into recording things. Even though I have recorded, like I've recorded my journey there, had some great, I think I still have it. I might even insert it just so you know what quality I was about to give y'all. When I moved, I was just mainly just getting settled, moving, and just making sure, of course, I secured a job or whatever. And there was just a point where I just wanted to live my life, you know? I was just doing things for me, you know? And yes, I was in a relationship at the time, and it's just a whole getting used to, you know, that being with someone and all that other stuff. Full-time outside of university is completely different. And then of course the pandemic hit, and you know, we ended up breaking up. I ended up moving again, like, I think twice before. No, actually once. And then twice would be when where I'm at now, Northern Ireland. International. Not that moving, legit. You know what I mean. So there's all that going on. And then, of course, the pandemic hitting. And then, you know, just trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do now? Like, where are we at? I probably am not making sense right now. But it's just throughout that entire transition, I really had to check in with myself mentally. Like, I was kind of checked out for a long time. I really just felt like a empty vessel floating on earth. There's just so many things that mess with me mentally, or that I haven't addressed, or I was coming to terms with for the first time in my life, and I just felt so overwhelmed. And when going through all of that and just dealing with life itself, I just didn't feel like recording. I just didn't feel like picking up a camera. I just didn't feel like doing any of those things, even though I had a desire for it. Or anytime that I watch a YouTube video, I can think that, oh, I know how to do that edit. If I can just do that, this, then this, or maybe I would have done this way. Not to discredit those who made it or they did their thing. Like, I'm just saying for my own personal style, what I would have done. Like, you know, I was still very much watching YouTube. I just, for some reason, stopped recording for myself. And I just went down this downward spiral where I just didn't feel like myself. I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like recording. And that's just because mentally I just wasn't doing so well. And even still now, I'm trying to get back on my feet and get that ball rolling again. But it's definitely 10 times better compared to where I was. Like, people around me at that time would definitely know what I'm talking about. And yes, it's hard for me to say exactly what it is and what went on, because I just personally don't feel like sharing and going that deep. But I'm busy putting this eyeshadow on, but I'm not even looking at the shape. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for me. And I can only imagine, you know, especially when the pandemic hit. Like, I think that even though I wasn't a going out person, the idea of like, you have to be inside, you have to deal with yourself, that was like a biggest life check. It was like this huge sign of like, hey girl, look at where you are in your life. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you the person that you want to be? How do you feel? Do you need to address anything? Do you need to deal with anything? And it just realizing there's so much that I naturally ignored because I thought that if I ignore it long enough, it'll go away. And it didn't work like that. Yeah, it got to me at the end. Having to face myself and what I was dealing with, especially during the pandemic, it was really like a huge life check for me to realize there's a lot within myself and for myself I needed to fix. So that was always fun. And maybe someday I may get into it, but for now, I think I'm just gonna keep that part to myself, you know? Yeah. The result of putting it off for so long, I just built this self-doubt that I can't come back. I don't know where it came from, but I just went through this huge imposter phase. Like I'm getting out of it now, but I just had this like whole huge imposter syndrome where I'm like, I just don't think that I'm talented enough or good enough for, you know, whether that being a journalist or recording YouTube videos or like I'm not as funny or I'm not as like a cool like outgoing person. Like I've never really been, like I've been quite an introvert. Growing up, I was quite introverted. Unless you knew me and were close to me, then of course all the personality came out. But I don't know. I would say it was like a quarter life crisis, if anything else. I just felt as if I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I just feel as if that's like a huge pressure that we feel in this day and age, especially like with social media, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever the case may be, even just your day-to-day TV and movies. It just seems as if by the time you're 25, I'm 24 right now, but the time you're 25, you should be like light years ahead of where you actually are now. It just feels as if like you're already supposed to have the big house, the big car, family, whatever the case may be, vacation around the world every single day, like, and I just feeling the pressure of like not being good enough. I don't know. It really played in my mind. And as a result, it just made me self-doubt myself so much. And I just, trust me, I went through it. I went through the waves of emotions. Like, yeah. Like I went through the waves of emotions where I literally went for days without wanting to get out of bed, without wanting to do anything at all, really, and just binge watching TV or whatever the case may be, and just laying in bed. I still have those moments where that's how I feel and that's all I want to do, but more so than ever now, like I made like a mini promise to myself, not a mini promise, a huge one, to just last year on my birthday, to just give myself a year to like at least get better, you know what I mean? Like to at least give myself a chance to see what it would be like if I tried. Does that make sense? I want to look back one day and say shoulda, coulda, woulda, busy crying to myself, wondering why, oh my goodness, wondering why I didn't just go for it, in terms of not just YouTube, but life in general. Just to give it a shot. And the thing is, though, as much as, you know, like when you see those inspirational videos, like you just change your life, you do this routine, it's not always that easy to just get up and start doing a routine. And even when you have your tough moments of when things may not be going so well, that, you know, talk about the part where you may take a while to start up again. You may take a break in between. And go through that vicious cycle of going through the motions and the feelings and the doubt and everything like that, and having to build yourself back up again. If you're one of those people that are just highly critical of themselves. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not a perfectionist, but it's like I have this problem where I see the finished product, and if I do something and it's not the finished product straight away, then it's not worth it and I failed. And it makes no sense, because it's just like, I haven't even started. But yeah, I'm one of those people that I'm highly critical of myself, and when I was in my lowest moments where I knew I didn't want to do anything, then I would get into this point where I get upset with myself with the fact that I have done nothing to achieve my goals or my dreams and wishes. And then I would convince myself that because I'm so terrible that I didn't do it, there's no point in me even trying. But that's the enemy right there, girl. That is the enemy right there. He began you lying to yourself, thinking that you ain't worth jack dilly squat. I was gonna swear there, but family watching, so hey. But it's just like, I would just end up, one, criticizing myself, or one, expecting perfectionism from the get-go, forget laying down the foundation and taking the small steps and investing and planning. Screw it. It has to be a finished product. Two, criticizing myself, thinking about how either I'm not good enough, or I need to know every possible outcome of doing this. Like, if I'm going to do this, what are the possible outcomes? What are things that people are going to say? And that's not just with YouTube, but that's just with life in general. Like, every move I make, I kept thinking about what other people are going to think or how other people are going to react, and completely forgetting about how I felt about it in the situation. And then on top of that, I'll end up just telling myself that I'm like pathetic or something. Like, I would just really be so hard on myself, thinking like, see, you're so lazy that you can't, like, look at how much you procrastinate. You're so lazy. Like, you're never going to be able to do it. You're not motivated enough. You're not disciplined enough. Like, who's even going to want to watch you? What are you even going to talk about? Like, like, oh, so you think you're so-and-so. Like, I'd have such a negative inner voice in my head. And I've had this since like, I was a child. Like, I'll have boosts of confidence, but as soon as anything goes wrong, I like have this terrible habit of just shutting down and completely avoiding the situation. If anything goes wrong, I just shut down and run away. Like, I just can't handle it. I just think that, oh, well, I messed up. I'm a huge failure. The world's ended. Moving on. Of course, thinking that way is not helpful for anyone. It just led to further, like, procrastination, self-doubt, and just thinking I can't do it. Like, I can't do anything. I keep saying that, but like, I just felt just in life there was just a huge hole. And I didn't know who I was, and I couldn't be myself. And I don't know, I just went through this like deep state of like depression, really. I'm just gonna say it as it is, depression. And that it has come in and out of my life since I was like 12. So it's not something new, but it's something that I'm actively fighting against as a result of acknowledging what it is. And I guess the reason why I'm like hesitant to say it aloud is because especially in the black community, Asian community, whatever, I should say definitely in a lot of ethnic like people of color, ethnic minority groups, talking about mental health is such a huge taboo. Like, it's one of those things where, like, we don't share our problems. We don't tell people our business. Or, it's an area where, of course, past generations don't have experience of, like, openly talking about that it's just natural for you to suppress everything and to just bring it down. And yet it's like, that's not healthy. That's not healthy, because we're all now dealing with generational traumas, because we don't know how to handle situations, and then we're just teaching someone the wrong thing to do over and over and over again. And so for myself to say it aloud that, hey, I'm depressed, I'm not feeling good, this is just like, you know what I mean? Like, you have your episodes. So it's just like, even right now, I'm all like, this is who I want to be all the time. But mentally in here, there's a lot of stuff going on. Ever since acknowledging it, I guess I find it harder to I don't know. I think it's like, when it comes to certain things, like when I get knocked down hard. And then I'm trying to learn how to deal with that, build from that, and not let it affect me as much. I'm rambling. I've been rambling for how long? Look, I've only done my eye makeup, but it's just like, it's constantly, it's like this. In my head, I'm constantly telling myself I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I can't do it. And like psyching myself out, self-sabotaging, manipulating myself even into thinking I'm less than. But when you have encouragement from family and friends, those closest to you, reminding you otherwise, whether it be, you know, little things here and there, or pushing you to try something, or if you can choose to feel that urge to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever that is, like if it's like myself with YouTube, or whatever creative outlet that you have, or if it's like whatever interest or hobby that you have in life, if you constantly still have that urge and that gut feeling that you want to do it, go for it. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. That's another thing I realized, like, I'm the one that has to live myself. I'm the one that has to carry on these emotions. And yes, it doesn't cure everything, but what am I going to do to help myself? You know what I mean? What am I going to do to help myself? Like, as I was saying, I just realized I had to live for myself. And as well as, like, in a way, I kind of got sick of feeling sorry for myself. Yeah, okay. When people are low, it's okay to acknowledge the fact that you're not doing so great, you're not doing so well. But at the same time, you don't want to get stuck there. And I think I was just stuck there for like a little too long. And it really, I don't know, it really got to me. I just found myself crying a lot and like being so out of touch with other people, you know, and forgetting important things, important days, and other people's lives, because I was just so focused on myself. Like, yes, I'm not doing so well, but at the same time, I can still, I wanted to still be present. It was hard. I just felt as if I don't know. I think it's because I've never really allowed myself to completely check out. But then at the same time, that's very dangerous because it's hard to get back. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this eye makeup and then I'm going to come back when I'm doing my face. Because, like, when it comes to the eyes now, I just need to focus. Like, I'm not able to speak and do, I don't know how people, to the makeup artists, yeah, the beauty influencers of the world, you know what I'm saying? The booty, the beauty influencers of the world. Kudos to you, because the fact that you can talk and do makeup at the same time, I didn't realize how much of it is a chore it is. Like, I understand, like, when I chill with my friends, but I don't know what this is right now. It's just, I can't do it. So I'm gonna be right back and we can continue our conversation, or should I say my ramble. I think I sorted it out. I just put a little bit more lip liner on it. I really actually am liking, like, the very extreme doll-like look that I have going on right now. So we're gonna stick with it, okay? And now we gotta, oh no, there's still enough there. Gotta get a new one though. Oh, sprayed a little too early there. All right, now we're gonna just sort out the hair and then we'll be done. And then I can conclude what to expect on my channel and conclude this video. I want to be like, this might be, we're gonna find out. Just get all the key points in. So I apologize here and now for all the cuts. Maybe editing may come in the beginning. I don't know. When the hair looks, we're gonna do a little something. But, like, I mean, all honestly, do I need to when I'm not even going anywhere? I really like this. I really like that I took a little step forward with color in regards to my makeup. Not a professional, but it's not that bad. She looks pretty good, right? I don't know if anybody, but as soon as I open this, the cloud of smoke that just came from that. Okay. That's reassuring. Actually, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna have her flick out. Yes. Oh! Wait. To be honest, I'm probably gonna be doing more to the top than everything else. It's not gonna be like layer by layer. So I might straighten the bottom but flick the top. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm so lazy with this. I really am. Like, I can't even bother to like, oh, section, pin. Let me just tuck that in right now. Okay, see, boom. Like, I'm debating, should I take this off so you can see like how great this looks? My hair. Okay, that's more than what I needed, but like, I don't want my money. I can stay. Do you see that? Videoception right now. That's probably like the biggest faux pas, but whatever. Oh, I look good. Oh, there we go. There we go. I literally just took off the ring light top off the entire stand, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's the look. I'm pretty proud of this look. It may not be the best, but I think I look pretty good. For the fact that I don't usually use color or do my makeup that often, this is pretty good. But anywho, that's it for my video. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. I almost completely forgot. What to expect on my channel? Well, I kind of briefly touched on it earlier, but it's just gonna be the same thing, like where I just have conversation and where we connect, and I might do my makeup. I might just have a chit chat. I might just, I might just pop out to say, hey, you may follow me around during my day. I don't know, but that's the thing. I want to go into this with a new life perspective where I don't have to methodically plan out every single aspect of my life. And yes, of course, have some structure, but like to think about every single scenario and have to have an answer for everything. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what naturally comes our way. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if there's a particular, video that I make, that I do, that you guys enjoy, let me know in the comments down below. And again, just thank you so much for watching my video. And for those who have been subscribed or came back, thank you so much for taking the time to, I don't know how people do this where they hold the camera up. My arm is so tired. But yes, thank you for coming back and watching my video. If you're new here, hey, hi, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. And especially after the whole pandemic, I hope everybody's okay. And, just getting back on their feet again, however that may look like, support is there, the love is there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm hungry. I need to go make dinner. I did a whole face, but yeah, I'm not going anywhere other than to bed later on because I got work tomorrow. But yes, thank you for spending this time with me. Yeah, my hair's not looking the best, but at the same time, we try. Oh, this is doing so much. Yeah. See y'all next time. Bye.